Welcome everyone to today's journey. Come along with us as we travel to southeast Georgia and the great Okefenokee Swamp, as you will learn about this land of the trembling earth. Pay close attention as our narrator will tell and explain some of the most interesting facts about one of the 7 natural wonders of Georgia. After the presentation, there will be a few follow-up questions in order to receive points for participating in today's journey. At the end of our summer activities and adventures, rewards will be given to individuals that participate in our journeys. Stay tuned into our presentation and follow the link that is provided in our post to submit your answers in order to receive your points for participating today. Before we start our journey today, we would like to thank the Georgia Department of Natural Resources for producing this program. And now, let us get started on our journey to the Okefenokee Swamp.
More than 100 years after naturalist Roland Harper visited the land of the trembling earth, this vast wilderness in the southeast corner of Georgia still weaves its spell. One of the largest swamps in North America, this is the Okefenokee. In the Okefenokee Swamp, things look much as they did more than a century ago. Here and there, scattered relics remind us of the people who tried to conquer this enormous wetland. But for the most part, the Okefenokee is what it always has been: vast and unspoiled, and overwhelming in its wildness. From the air, the swamp unfolds itself for mile after untamed mile. No roads, no houses, no people. Nearly 700 square miles of wilderness. On the surface, the Okefenokee reveals itself as a place of mystery, an unfamiliar world. We are merely visitors here. On a foggy morning, there is a softness to the Okefenokee, a welcome that somehow seems to contradict the very notion of swamp. This is a world governed by water. The Okefenokee, a blackwater swamp, is one of the largest and most significant wetland complexes in the United States. The Okefenokee's waters are clear but dark, stained a deep coffee color from the tannic acids created by decaying vegetation. Two rivers, the Swanee and the St. Mary's, have their beginnings in the Okefenokee. The St. Mary's flows east to the Atlantic Ocean, but the Swanee, on its meandering journey of more than 240 miles to the Gulf of Mexico, drains most of the swamp. "85% of the water flowing out of the Okefenokee travels down the Swanee River." Once, entrepreneurs and dreamers tried to conquer the swamp. They would drain it, they thought, harvest its timber, send the trees to markets around the world. Eventually, though, the people left, and the swamp reclaimed its own. In this battle to conquer the wilderness, the Okefenokee was the winner. Since 1937, when the Okefenokee Swamp was declared a National Wildlife Refuge, it has been protected from human progress. Wild and unspoiled, the Okefenokee runs roughly 38 miles from north to south and 28 miles across at its widest point. It is a 438,000-acre basin, and much of it has never been explored. The Okefenokee is an enormous wilderness, unfamiliar and untamed. Okefenokee, an Indian word meaning land of the trembling earth. There is nothing else exactly like it in the world.
Hope you enjoyed our Friday journey to the Okefenokee Swamp. Don't forget to click on the link and answer the questions to receive credit in order to get prizes and rewards. Join us next week as we will travel to northeast Georgia to explore the tumbling waters of Amicalola Falls outside of Dawsonville, Georgia, near Springer Mountain. See you next week.